Hello, how's it going? I hope you're doing well. I've been working on a recreation, uh, a piano recreation of the acoustic version of a song called Time by Niels Hoffman. I'll put a link to it in the description. And as I was creating the MIDI for this, I wanted to do a couple things that I managed to do in a cool way, in a very Bitwig way. And one of those is you can see I've got all of the MIDI um, just kind of set very rigidly. So I was really just trying to get the notes down. I didn't care so much about the humanization aspect of it. And what I hate doing is going in after the fact and humanizing the notes by hand. So I wanted to let Bitwig, if it could, and it turns out it very much can, I wanted to let it kind of take care of all of the humanization aspects from setting the note velocity to doing a bit of moving around of the notes in real time. So the moving around of the notes is what I'm going to touch on in this video, and I'll have a separate video talking about the other cool stuff that I'm doing right here in this note effects layer. So first, I guess the best place to start is with this note delay. So I'm going to turn off the time shift. So what this note delay does, obviously, is starting at 10 ms. It can't go backwards in time, and we'll get to that in a second. But it's going to push a note forward at the very least 10 ms, and then you can go up. I don't know what the maximum is, actually. 5 seconds. Okay, that's a ton. So I just have it set to 10 ms, and what I wanted to have happen is I wanted the high notes to be delayed or pushed like back or forward in time. And so the note delay was kind of solving the problem of pushing the notes forward in time, but how do you go backwards in time? And that's where the time shift comes in. So if you combine the time shift and the note delay, you have control of that. So you kind of have to fiddle around with the time shift to get the timing of the notes right, but you just put the time shift before the note delay, and then you get the notes falling again before or after where they originally were on the grid. And what you can do after you have all of this dialed in with your note effects and everything, so if you have it happening in real time but you want to print it, you would just create another instrument track, and then over here in the inspector panel, you're going to find your original track, and you're just going to select it like this. And you can take it from a certain point in the chain, wherever you'd like to, but I just want to take it from the end, so I'm going to select this topmost option. And then you make sure you have record here. So let's kind of watch what's happening in action. I have the time shift set to, it's pretty dramatic, but it's still going to sound okay. And then I've also got a random modulator that's going to ensure that our note delay is going to be hitting. I actually want that reset on every note. I don't want it on the sync. But every new note is going to result in a slightly different, a random delayed amount for that note. So here's what it looks like once you print it to another track. It would help if I hit record. Now I've got it recorded. So you can see all these high notes are now landing before where they were placed in time. So let's push this time shift a little bit further along, and then I'm going to increase the randomization amount on that note delay. So you can see with all these high notes, They're hitting totally differently, um, and nothing like how they were programmed originally. So I love this. I don't have to mess around with doing the humanization myself. And Bitwig does have some options for automatically applying randomization and humanization. This just gives you more of a fine-tuned approach, and it lets you kind of have things happen more real time, and you can tweak them as they're happening to taste. So you've got a lot more control this way. So I'm super happy with discovering this. I'm sure people have been doing this. I just haven't seen a tutorial for it, or maybe I haven't sought it out because I haven't needed an application for it. Actually, I definitely have. It's just not something I thought was really possible. So, yeah, hopefully you found this helpful, and thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day.